Hello and welcome here. So in today's video I'm sharing with you all 5 Indian meal ideas for kids, or you can say Monday to Friday tiffin box recipes for kids. Let's get started. On Monday, I gave Nirvi rava idli and cabbage appe, which is very easy to make, and you can make it without appe sachet just like me. So let's start. I have taken 3 katoris of rava here, and that is a roasted rava, and to this I'm adding yogurt and also little bit of water to make a smooth paste, and I will let it sit for a little bit. Then I'm adding over here cabbage. You can definitely add other vegetables like capsicum, carrots as well. Be sure to just add a little bit of tempering. So over here I'm adding jeera and raai ka tempering with in the ghee, so it tastes amazing. You can also add green chili if your child can handle, and you can also add curry patta and some cilantro. Nirvi doesn't like having patte in her food, so that is why. So and then in the dry masalas I have added cumin seed powder, dhania powder, which is coriander powder, salt, little bit of red chili powder, and also turmeric. As you can see, the consistency has thickened a little bit as it was resting, and semolina has puffed a little. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of water and bring the consistency back. Now I'm greasing the skillet with a little bit of ghee. You can definitely choose oil, whatever you prefer. And then I'm greasing my hand again and also making small balls like appe and put it directly on tawa. Definitely if you have appe sachet, you can just make over there and the process become much easier. But yeah, now I'm covering it and letting it cook from one side. After 6-7 minutes you have to check back whether it has cooked from one side or not, or you can just let it cook for another 3-4 minutes. Then I'm greasing it from the top side and flipping it them again, and after 6-7 minutes they are done from both the sides. So in today's tiffin I have given her cabbage appe, idli, which is rava idli, carrot, some crackers and goldfish, and also veggie straws. So that's it. Tuesday has to be special, so today I am making broccoli cheesy potato cupcakes, which is very easy to make, and you can bake it in a traditional way. So I have over here taken boiled broccoli, boiled potato, and boiled carrot. To this I'm gonna be adding a dash of milk, and I will grind it into a smooth paste. If you don't want it smooth, completely fine, you can mash it with the potato masher as well. To that I have added salt and black pepper and also mozzarella cheese and rice flour. Instead of mozzarella you can use cheese slices or other cheese as well. Giving it a good mix and putting it putting it into the tin to bake in 420-degree Fahrenheit in the oven for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes as well, I checked back, it was not ready, so I had to keep it for another 5 minutes. Then let it cool down for a minute or two, and then only bring it out because they are very soft. Here they are, all ready to be served with some little bit of ketchup. So on Wednesday I went with cauliflower upma, which is very delicious and healthy. So for this, on a pan I'm adding little bit of oil. You can actually add ghee, it tastes much better with the ghee as well. Then to that I'm adding little bit of cumin. Once it is cracked, some green chili and also onion. Let it get sauteed for a little bit until it is translucent, and then I'm adding potato. To this you can also add gajar, matar, which is green peas, or carrot, or other vegetables like capsicum and all. Then to this, once it is cooked for a little bit, after covering the lid, I'm adding grated cauliflower and also sliced carrot, because Nirvi doesn't like carrot to be cooked. I mean eating cooked carrot. So to this also I have added turmeric and a little bit of salt to taste, and then I'm again covering it and letting it cook so that everything has incorporated well. Then to that I'm adding suji, which is roasted rava or semolina you can say, and I will be adding as much as needed because it totally depends on consistency. I want it to be dry so that it's easier to eat, and we like the gila upma as well and the dry upma. whatever, and then I'm adding little bit of yogurt. If you do not have yogurt, it's fine, you can add a little bit of water, and once it is cooked, you can just bring it out of flame and add little bit of lemon juice as well. And here is the lunchbox ready with some apple, carrots, cracker, and very fulfilling healthy upma with it. Now Wednesdays are extra special for me because it is kind of middle day of the week and we are getting closer to weekend. So here we are making dal paratha, mixed dal paratha. So this is the mixed dal of leftover from last night, which has a whole lot of spices. So I'm not gonna add a lot of spices in the dough. So I'm adding little bit of grated carrot and also cilantro, not much because Nirvi doesn't like seeing pattas in her khana. So to this I'm also adding little bit of salt. And if you think your dal was plain, so you can add whole lot of Indian spices like coriander powder, cumin seed powder, garam masala, all of those. And with the help of yogurt I'm gonna knead the dough. If you do not have yogurt, you can use water. If whenever I get a chance where I can use yogurt instead of water, I do, because I do not give raw yogurt, plain yogurt to Nirvi to eat because it can sore the throat in winters. It's just its property, it's cold. So yeah, I'm gonna knead the dough, and once it is done, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in the dough so that it doesn't stick while I'm just making the parathas. Now I'm gonna cover it and let it sit for a little bit once it is done. And now it's time to prepare for cutlet. So in a jar I'm gonna add garlic, ginger, and also green chilies, and with the help of little bit of water I'm gonna prepare the paste out of it. If it is not a smooth paste, it is fine. To that I have also added cilantro. You can skip this cilantro thing if you want in the grinder, if you like the chunks of it. So yeah, once it is done, I'm gonna be adding the cooked soya chunks. So I had cooked soya chunks in hot water for 15 minutes, not 15, 5-10 minutes, with a little bit of salt in it as well. Once it was cooked, I had rinsed it twice with cold water and squeezed out all the water, and then I'm adding over here to grind it well. It doesn't have to be smooth paste at all. Once it is done, transfer it into a bowl, and now we are gonna be adding the spices. In the spices I'm using over here garam masala, coriander powder, and also a little bit of turmeric. If you want, you can also go ahead with other spices if you like. I'm also adding chaat masala, 2 teaspoons of chaat masala over here because it tastes amazing. And and also a little bit of salt, I forgot to mention, and the onion, chopped onion. Your chopped onion doesn't have to be perfectly chopped or finely chopped. And then just go ahead, mix them all. Once it is mixed, it is time to add chickpea flour. Chickpea flour is very easily available in Indian kitchen, but if you do not have, you can either use a maida, or if you want, you can also use bread crumbs. If you have bread, you can grind the bread and use that, or corn flour as well. So here I am adding as much as needed to make a good tikki out of it, or until you can make a ball of it. So over here I have heated a pan, add a little bit of oil so that I'm not frying it, I'm not deep frying it, I'm just cooking it from one side. If you want, you can also air fry it or bake it or deep fry. If you are cooking this way or deep frying it, make sure that you're doing it on the low flame so that it is getting cooked really well from inside. Now as you can see, I have flipped it a little early, so I'll be cooking it again from that side. And while that it is cooking, I'm gonna be start making dal parathas. I think dal parathas or any kind of stuffing thing doesn't taste good with the rotis. I think paratha tastes much better. So this is what I'm going with. And today's lunch is gonna be really fulfilling. And that day when I gave this lunch box to Nirvi, she was so happy, and she had finished all of it, everything. So now that you can see everything is cooked, like all the tikkis are cooked really well, I'm gonna take it out and squeeze all the excess oil in the paper towel. So and also before packing in the lunch, I had kept paper towel in the on the bottom as well. So here it is already: cucumber, makhanas, dal parathe, and also soya cutlet. Now comes the Friday, very special day of the week when we feel all relaxed, and always we go just little extra with the Friday dinner. So I'm keeping it light with mushroom chilas and also sabzi roti for her lunchbox. So for this you're gonna need grated carrot, or if you want you can take chopped carrot, some onion, also mushroom, and grated potato. Grated potato is the must. You can add other vegetables if you want as well. To this I'm adding little bit of rice flour for the crispiness, and also wheat flour for binding. If you do not want to add wheat flour, you can also use all purpose flour. If you are using all purpose flour or wheat flour, you will just have to add salt and black pepper and give it a mix. But if you are using chickpea flour, it has its own taste, so make sure to add other Indian spices like cumin seeds, carom seeds, and a little bit of garam masala and coriander powder, garam masala, whatever you have in handy, and it tastes much better that way. So to this I'm gonna be adding little bit of yogurt, because I don't leave any chance to use yogurt in anything if possible. So now I'm giving it a good mix with a little bit of water as well. Now not adding all the water together, because otherwise there will be so much of lumps. So giving it a good mix again and letting it rest for a little bit so that it's easier to make. Now heat the skillet and grease it with oil or ghee, whatever you prefer, and make a chila out of it. Do not spread thin, because it will be harder to remove and flip because of the heavy vegetables. If you like, your kids doesn't like to eat chunky or see any vegetable, you can actually just grind all of them. They won't even recognize the taste of any, but it is healthier. And if your kids doesn't like to eat mushroom in any other form, chilas are really great. Now that it is cooking, I'm gonna fold bhindi ki sabji and roti for her. While it is done from one side, I'm gonna flip it and let it cook from other side as well. Once it is all brown, it is ready to be served. So you can just roll and give it in lunchbox, but I'm rolling and cutting it into two sections, because her snacks compartment is a little smaller. So if you want, you can also make bite-sized pieces, so it's easier to use with the fork. And also with that I'm giving her ketchup and some oranges, grapes, makhanas are really great healthy snack for kids, and some gold penguins. So yeah, this is it. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and you got some ideas. Be sure to write me in the comment section, would you like to see more of these videos, or if you have any other video request, or which recipe you're gonna be trying soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, please consider subscribing. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.